This is part 1 of the Mind, Body, Spirit series. What is the ego? So you can think of the ego as your record keeper, all your experiences and creations since birth. It's not something that needs to die. It's not something scary. It's not something bad. So how do we explain all those experiences when someone talks about an inflated ego? What is that? When your ego is doing more than just being the record keeper, it actually becomes very overprotective and protects you in ways that you don't even know it's doing. We will touch more on that in part 5. The reason why it's so protective is it's basically self-preservation. You can think of it like this. If you're completely unconscious about everything having to do with your energy and behind the scenes, and you only know minimum things revolving around your everyday life, and you still identify with the phrase, everything's happening to me, this shows that you can't and won't make decisions. This is only because you don't even know what you could make decisions with. And so the ego preserves what you have. So let's say you studied in university for something, and that's all you have as your identity, even if you don't like it, your ego is going to scrounge that up as much as possible. It's likely things will be going wrong. You'll feel like everything needs to be complained about, when in truth, you just haven't made any decisions for yourself, and you haven't been conscious of yourself. So there's nothing wrong with this, and the ego will strain itself to sustain all of the unconscious hopes and desires that you never have unlocked. But it will become a problem when it becomes a problem. When you don't want to complain anymore. When you want to find out who you truly are. When you only want to refer to the ego when you want to find out about your life. That includes shadow work, those guides that you have built that you need to keep on top of, inner child work, and the ego will be the support for that. But in your everyday life, if you don't want to stay on autopilot and you want to grow, it's going to be quite difficult to have the ego doing that because they need a demotion. Now, why are people obsessed with saying that the ego needs to die? Currently, the way that people think of these things, they think that you need to completely get rid of things, when all you really need to do is either demote or find where they really belong and maybe release, but the release will go to where it belongs. What are those experiences that people have where they think that they have killed their ego? So when people take plant medicine, that's actually your ego setting aside all your records, and you basically have an experience through the plant medicine. Learn who you truly are.